So yo, what's happening? What's the deal? Y'all know what's happening. Y'all tuned in to one of the dopest podcasts, the Dad Podcast, and it's our goddamn day. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Father's Day.
You already know, man. But what's going on, man? Y'all gonna like, y'all gonna subscribe. Most of anything, subscribe, man. We seeing a lot of likes. We getting a lot of feedback, comments on the episode. Go on and drop that comment on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed. Do what you do. Subscribe, man.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
like the content,
Push the button.
And today we got the person. A lot of people be hitting me up. Where y'all doing that?
We got the man behind
We
the
got
scenes.
the man behind the scenes, our engineer, all that today, right there.
Yes, sir.
Happy
Father's Day.
My God, man.
My God, happy Father's Day to y'all, though, man. How y'all doing, bro?
Good, man.
Good, man. Ready to reap the benefits.
Yeah, those in my day. Those in my day.
Right. Yes, sir.
Right, man.
That's what's up, man. What y'all got going on for the day, man? For the Father's Day.
Father's Day. You know, I'm gonna go by Divine and Twine today. They grand opening, so I'm gonna show my support for them. Shout out to Tam. They came through a few weeks ago.
Shout out to
they had a
Twine,
grand opening down. You know, I think what's that on the I think it's on Willow or something like that. Willow and Cherry. But yeah, man. I'm be down there, but then I'm looking to celebrate after for sure.
Yeah, we definitely
Yes,
get her
me after that.
back on that show.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
they
you
coming back. We gotta get them back.
Yeah, we got to get them back up in here. Get the whole team in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, how about you? What you get into?
I ain't got nothing play, man. More than likely go eat, man. You know them lines gonna be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna fit in.
Fit in when you get in, right?
Yeah.
This is my first outfit for the day. I got the linen suit. Oh God, the
with the sandals, you got the leather sandals. All right, I see my boy.
With the glasses,
man.
he tipping them down every time somebody say something to him.
Nah, but yeah, you know, more than likely go eat. It ain't really. I ain't got too much nothing too crazy going on.
Do y'all think Father's Day is like probably overlooked because we downplay that as well too?
Hell yeah,
I think so.
hell yeah.
Man don't really want, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, bro.
I feel like dudes probably don't want the not the acknowledgement, you know what I mean? We don't gotta be celebrated, you know what I mean? That's what I feel. I'll do what I do because that's what I do. You know what I mean? I don't need to be celebrated, but
I would like to be.
It do feel good, though.
It do feel good.
Ain't that crazy that the people that like to be celebrated won't celebrate when it's time to do for something else? That's crazy, right? No, I'm not trying to start that. I'm so fucking around.
We simple though, bro. It don't take much to make us happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that peace or being able to move how we want to move, that just make us happy enough alone. But I am expecting my gifts, though. I ain't gonna hold
They look out all year.
You know what I'm saying?
I did show out all year for everybody else.
Hey, birthday, Mother's Day,
Christmas,
all that, man.
Gotta think about
we get
it.
a day. Show up.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's our role in society too, though, that we're supposed to be like leaders. We're supposed to be guys who are like inflappable. You know, we don't need anything. And so then it comes to those days. A lot of times people just assume, well, they don't need nothing because they never act like they need anything. But then inside we'd be like, damn, I didn't get shit in car.
Yeah, that means do you know me then? Right. Do you know me then? Like, you know, man.
We got feelings too.
Yeah, I go through things. I like to be showered and gift.
Yeah, that part, man. So I want to ask y'all, dog, like by being Father's Day, what was the moment like when y'all first found out y'all was gonna be a father for the first time? Where was y'all? How did y'all plan for it? What was going through? What was the adrenaline like? What was y'all feeling?
I know I was on 59th in California. I was chilling with my boy. I know this day. Like,
how you find out? How you find out
message.
first? When you found out that you was having a baby?
Nigga, like, we about to be parents. I'm twirling my thumbs, like literally, like with the homies, smoking the blunt. We chilling in our little den on 59th. I look, I'm just, oh shit, like, whoa, I can't believe it.
Was you happy, or was it like
I was just like a state of shock, like, oh shit, I guess it's about to be real.
Did that change your whole trajectory on? Like moving forward, like, damn, I gotta do this, I gotta do that now.
Not at first, not until she came. Seriously, like it really didn't dawn on me until I was in the hospital. I was like, oh shit, this is
This
is me coming out. Like, you feel me, a part of me. Like, I gotta change. I gotta step some shit up.
Yeah.
But when I'm not gonna lie, the process I wasn't.
So did y'all go to the hospital together?
No, I told you I was
when
on 59.
No, I'm talking about that's when you found out.
No.
I'm talking about when you found out.
When I found out, I was chilling. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Right.
I wasn't there when she found out. I was on 59.
Okay.
I was on 59 in California.
What about you,
man? Man, I was like 19, bro. I was in school, college, and all that, bro. And actually, I was fighting a case too during that time. So I'm like, she had told me like, I'm pregnant. She just told me she was pregnant, and I'm like, shit, you know what you want to do? So I'm not about to force nothing, So I'm like, what you want to do? She like, I want to keep it. I'm like, shit, we just gonna keep it. I'm like, I'm thinking I'm about to go to jail though. like at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm about to go to jail, bro. I don't want to.
So was you looking at something serious?
Yeah, I was looking at something like nothing crazy. Probably like 3-4 years, but that's 3-4 years of my kid's life. I probably wasn't gonna be there, and I was kind of like preparing myself mentally for that. Like, damn, bro, I'm not gonna be here for my kid. Like, and that shit was crushing me more. But grace of God, that everything went smooth though. You know what I mean? I had to do no time, but yeah, man, that's where I was at. I was 19, and then she told me she was pregnant. I'm like, for sure. So we had like, it's crazy because we had to go tell her mom, like, so she like, you coming with me to tell her. So we sat down, talked to her mom. She like, what y'all want to do? And I'm like, it still was on her anyway. But we let them know. She was like, we want to keep it. I'm like, for sure, let's do it. But that didn't really change up nothing until like you said, like, until I seen him when he was here. I'm real. Like, I knew I'm about to have a baby and all that, but I'm like, when he got here, that's when the shit got real. So, man.
Yeah, when he got here, we like, no disrespect, we're not holding the baby, so we don't. You know what I'm saying?
We don't go through the changes that call ain't gonna be the one that make a change. But when I seen him, that's when
when he hit the world, that's when it's like,
that's when reality set.
Where was you at, man?
I was when I found out, we actually went to the clinic together. You feel me? Because she said she was like, she already like, it's a possibility. So we went to the clinic together, found out it was a go. I was low-key happy. Be real with you. I was low-key happy. Like, okay, this what it is. I was 18 at the time, going on 19. And yeah, man, I was pretty happy.
I mean, I was teen father. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Teen fathers.
Yeah, bro. Learning. That shit is
switched up a lot.
I was still in the kid minds. I was like 23. I think I was still in the kid minds. So I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't.
It's crazy. I remember the day I was telling this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't that far.
I was telling him, I'm like, bro, because our sons is the same age, but mine was born in like May, and little daddy was like September. Yeah. So I was telling him, like, bro, he's like, what happened? Like, cause he getting ready, he preparing for it. He getting ready to have his baby. And I'm like, and I just had mine. He was like, how is it, man? I'm like, bro, it's just like, I tried to explain it to him the best I could. Yeah. But I'm like, shit really couldn't be explained. I was like, dude, it's like when you see him, it just shift. Like, you just see them eyes, you see him like, man, I can't leave him. So that's your responsibility now to take care of him.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? And then ever since then, that's what I took the initiative, man, and made it happen.
Yeah.
Since that day.
Yeah.
Even though he like 14 now, I'm about to go to high school. And I'm like, I still see that little.
You got to see that growth.
Man, I still my baby, so I don't care how old he get. So you know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I soaked a lot of game from my peers, bro. Like, real talk, my brothers and all that. Like, cause I was enthused about to be like, I'm about to be a father. So like, this shit low-key made a nigga happy for real. And then like when it happened, bro, I was like, damn. Like in the delivery room, like, damn, this really me. Like, we the only people in the world with this whole name, bro. Me and you.
It's lit. It's up, right?
Like, come on, G.
Yep.
You make my name look bad, I'll fuck you up. Nah. It was a blessing, bro. It was definitely good.
What about you, Solomon? Where you was at when you first heard you was about to have a kid, man?
Well, honestly,
first go around.
I just turned 20, and we got together young. She was probably like 16 or something like that. I mean, and you know, at that time, I mean, I'll be honest, the relationship wasn't that great, you know, and so it's one of them things where you find that out, you just start thinking, okay, like I did the same thing. I asked that question, what do you want to do? Well, I want to keep it. Okay. So then the way I think systematically. So it was less about emotion and more about, okay, what's got to happen? You know, I got to start making more money at work. I got to, you know, we got to find an apartment. We got to do all these things, buy this stuff. And so, you know, when we, you know, it's like you said, Desmond, like it really doesn't kick in until they're born and you see them. You know what I mean?
What?
Right. Because, you know, before that, it's a bump in the stomach and all that. But at that point, you know, you just feel this communion, regardless of what you're going through as you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. It's like you have this communion that you just created this life, right?
Yeah.
And you sort of come together on that level. And and I thought that was something where for me, like, you know, I just kick in a total responsibility mode. Like I got a job to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was always like that. And we ended up not staying together, but I did, you know, child support every other weekend visits, all of that, driving from Moreno Valley to LA and back. And, you know, you did the whole thing because it's like, this is my commitment. Yeah. This is it.
That's you. Like, you know what I mean? That's why we tell
That's the sacrifices you have to make.
It's a part of you. Why would you want to leave a part of you hanging?
Right. But yeah, guys do all the time, though, unfortunately.
I never really understood that, bro.
I did. I do. I know.
Tell me.
Back in the day, especially back in the day, I don't know about now, but back in the day, I do. It was detrimental. A lot of people got caught up in the game. A lot of people got put in the system. It was
a tough time.
It was a tough time back then.
It was a tough time then.
Tough time back then.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? A lot of people's parents died.
Right.
A lot of people didn't. You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't have their parents.
Now I don't really got no. It's like it ain't that much going on.
I mean, it's tough times now.
It's tough times, but you can spend time.
Yeah, time is everything.
You feel me? I'd rather kick it with my kids and go kick it with you if I don't got nothing going on every day. I'm not gonna kick it with you every day when I got kids. Right? Crazy.
Did you develop that mentality as a parent? Of course.
Yeah, of course when you're a parent, but but when you get around, when you start. But when you younger. And you hanging out with older cats, and the older cat with you all day, and you realizing like he got a kid.
Yeah.
I never really understood how like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, like you know what I'm saying? We all are from like an essence of somewhere from like a block or a street or something that hang out with, and you hanging out with somebody. You don't got no kid. You hanging out with somebody. He got a kid, but he with you every day.
Right.
That after when I got my kid, you feel me? It felt kind of weird, like how you can't be you can't go see your kid at least 3 times out of the day. Too. That's why it was kind of it came to like a resentment to some cats. Like man, like you know, that's you.
Yeah. You can't leave you. That's how I feel when I see my son. I was like, I don't know how somebody could be in this moment right here and still decide to make a choice not to be in that kid's life. Because I was just like in a moment like, damn, this dude need me.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I don't know if a father probably been in that moment when they seen their baby and all that the first time. It's like, baby is kind of like, you know, helpless really. And he needs you to survive. And then when you make that choice not to be there, I can't understand.
I understand if it's for like the benefit of like you going to go chase some money or something.
Yeah. If
like,
you gotta go to the army, you gotta go overseas.
That's commendable. You feel me? Yeah. But I'm talking about you low key outside. Like I know cats that's outside every day, but they make it a point to see their kids if they can see their kid.
Yeah.
Like I know people that got the court appointment and all that and still try to, you know what I mean? See they can do the extra mile.
Me too.
But I know cats like, you know, they baby mom's not tripping, but
just don't make it happen.
How can you make a conscious decision though to not be in someone's life that you produce, bro, and they didn't ask to be here? That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you talking what? I can't tell you.
To make like a conscious decision like that, though. But I just want to say, like, dudes, like, if y'all out there thinking like that, bro, y'all need to make an effort. Just make an effort, bro. That's all it takes, man. Just see your kid time to time. Because at the end of the day, time is the most thing that's valuable to kids.
Yeah. Especially, like, you know what I mean? Come from me. I used to, you know what I mean? I used to resent my pops. And I used to be in my head like, I never want my kid to feel how I feel about this dude. You feel me? I love my pops. You know what I mean? We got a good relationship, but I used to, you know what I mean? I used to resent that nigga. Like, like this nigga don't fuck with me. But he would. Then when you break down the story, you get there, you're like, oh, this nigga was caught up, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
exactly.
He was caught up in he was caught up, bro.
Sure.
It was like,
let me ask you this, dude. Okay, damn, I forgot where my mind was just at.
Get it together. Get it together.
I am. I'm thinking right now. So what I was gonna ask you is, do you feel like that made you the father that you are today? By your father, by you resenting him coming up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like being there, yeah, for sure. Because I didn't want to. I told you I don't want my kid to ever feel how I felt towards somebody that had me, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a serious dislike at a moment.
Yeah.
Over something I didn't understand. Like, you feel me? Like.
Cause
I didn't need nothing. I didn't need no bread. I just wanted time. You feel me? Like, you feel me? My situation was good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, moms and my steppaps didn't slack a bit. You feel me? But it was the fact that I knew this wasn't
that wasn't pops.
That wasn't my pops. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I knew who my pops was. I always heard about my pops. And don't get me wrong, my pops, before he was going to jail and out of jail and got caught up, he was around, bro. Like, you feel me? Like picking me up, coming. We talked about that in the previous episode.
Doing his part,
but when he got caught up in life, in the game, that's when it got strained and it was hurtful. You feel me? It hurt me. Like you get tested your pops in the pen. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Like at the time before you realized it, you was probably upset too, right? Like,
no.
Oh, good thing then, because you probably knew off bat then. You feel me?
I didn't know.
You didn't know him.
I didn't. Yeah,
exactly.
Bro, so it was like
you didn't know him. I knew my pops. I seen him. I got to hear the stories. Good. I was around him. I got to see the respect he got when he came into places. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then like I said, my pops in the community. So hearing, oh yeah, your pops, this from niggas my age, it was distasteful, bro.
Yeah.
On some selfish shit, it was distasteful. Like this nigga, he not with me. Like, you feel me? Like, he not with me. Like, that's what it was. And I didn't never want my kids to ever feel that way. Like, oh, he'll do for somebody off the street before he'll even do for me. But it wasn't. In hindsight, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of fathers who had made that decision to not be there.
Yeah.
And you talk to them, and they're pretty like, well, they want to see me when they get older, they can come, and they've let all these things get in the way of that relationship, whether it's issues with the mom and all this other stuff. And it's like they punish the kid because of that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on the other hand, you hear guys who at some point they wanted to get into their kid's life, but then they're ashamed of something that they've done, ashamed of where they're at. And then they let some time pass, and then they feel like, oh God, now I missed out on this opportunity. And so they just keep building when they don't realize. You ask any kid like 10 years later, you talking about, they said, you could have come anytime. And just
that's the thing about it. My pops came anytime, and like it's never no grief. You feel
Absolutely.
me? Like I can say that, like it was just that, you know what I mean? Like I'm in the house with another man. You feel me? He got his son. Like it was like, you know what I mean? Like where my pops at? You feel me? And then
definitely. You think about that.
Yeah, you think about it. You feel me? You think about it, and you hear about your pops. You hearing about him. Oh man, you hear all this stuff about people calling your father a great man.
Right.
Your pops the realest. Your pops one of the realest niggas is walk dads, whoop de whoop, and you like,
how?
Like how, bro? Like how, bro? Like, but then when you get around him, you see, like, you feel me? But like he was caught up. Like, we gonna have my pops on here.
Like you say, you get older.
Yeah, I got older.
Caught up, bro, and that's what I had to understand.
Yeah, you got caught up.
As I got older, man, you get caught up. You get caught up in shit.
Because he never not tried to reach out. I can say that. Like, it was never a point where he didn't reach out. Like, I can tell you that right now. Like, it ain't no he hid from a nigga or nothing. No. When I needed him, or when I got the chance to. Because my mom never kept me from him. It was just, like you say, he was caught up. And I am somebody he had out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Let's not forget
it's
that,
crazy.
too.
I'm kind of like that, too.
You feel me? My pops was married, had 3 kids already. I'm in the middle of boom to his last kid with his marriage. But also my pops had 2 other kids, too. That's not part of his marriage. So it's a whole different, it's tricky, you feel me?
So
my situation kind of like that too. My older sister, my pops was married to her mom, and then shit, me and her like 9 months apart. Like as soon as she was born, like I was fucking conceived. You know what I mean? So.
With that being said, do y'all ever feel like, you know, it was a point in time where y'all might have been ashamed, like y'all pops might have been ashamed of y'all?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, y'all never felt like that.
Every time I seen my pops, it was
Yeah,
eyes lit up. That's why I said. That's why
you still my seed.
Yeah, that's why I could say I could never like take nothing against him. You feel me? Because when I seen him, it was love. You feel me? It was never always what you need. What you know what I mean? Like I mean, like I ain't never. You know how y'all know how it is, man. Y'all got y'all pops. It came to that point where it felt easier talking to him than my mom's, bro.
Right.
You feel me? Like
it's supposed to be like that.
It's easier talking to him than my mom's. I could talk to him about certain things and then hear how he'd go about it because he got stories. He was out, so he could tell me some things. Like you feel me? Like
but from a young man's point of view, from your age, I was your age once upon a time.
Yeah.
And a young boy too. Right. So at the same time, it's more relative.
Right.
And it's kind of like a gift too, because I feel like I didn't have to grow up under his name neither, though.
Yeah.
To none of the expectations of being this man's son.
So
my pops, he was my sister. She was in another state in Michigan. He was in the Army with my sister. So, but I was out here. But the thing was, he didn't go back to my sister. Like he didn't. Like he was here, he just stayed home because he was from out here, Compton. So he didn't. He was with my mom's, and then he just never went back to my sister mom. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I always knew I had a sister like in Michigan, but he never really connected with her.
Yeah.
But he was here for me, so I didn't really feel that resentment. But I'm kind of like, I mean, I didn't feel like that. You know what I mean? He was ashamed of me, but it's just I feel like, damn. Well, I always had this in the back of my mind, like. Why he don't go visit my
That's how my brothers felt
sister.
about. That's how my brothers felt
why
about.
He don't go,
us.
Right.
And my other brothers like, why I'm not close to him. You feel
I'm
me?
like, I'm like, why he don't go visit I ain't meet my sister. I was in the 7th grade, and that's probably the first time that he seen her since she was born. So I'm like, you know why? But I was always in the back of my mind. But in the meantime, I'm just a kid living life. But I know my pops is right here with me. I hear a phone call. We didn't grow up in the same household, but he didn't live with me. But I know he was down the street. You know, I lived around the corner from my grandma. Stayed with my grandma. I could go to my grandma's house. You know what I mean, right over there. So, but yeah, bro, it was just like, man, like I always had like, I feel like he probably could have did a little more to make that connection with my sister.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I feel that.
Yeah. So and that kind of like maybe played a role in me and my sister relationship. Once we finally connected, she might have had some resentment towards me.
Of course she did.
You know what I mean? And we just never really connected like that. But I love her. She loved me to death. But growing up, shout out to my sister. I love you. Then my nephew was an issue. You know that.
Yeah.
But,
you know what it is,
man.
How would you feel like, you know Will Pops?
Yeah, for sure.
It's the person that we connected to, you know him, and he, you know what I mean? You got stories with him, and I can't tell you one.
Right. But it's crazy. It's crazy because as I got older, the kind of like the roles switched, like, and he left me, and then he took her with him. Like she came to live with us with my grandma, and then when I was in the 10th grade, they had went to Arkansas, and I'm stuck out here. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel where she was coming from. I'm like, damn, he just left me like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Growing up, same thing, bro. So. Yeah, man. Shout out to my pops, though. You know, I love you. Happy Father's Day.
Man, good dude. Yeah, that's my God. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. For sure. Happy Father's Day to my pops.
Happy Father's Day to your pops, man. Yeah.
Still pops. All that too, though.
Sean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my guy right there. You already know. Shout out to Nacho, too, man.
Congratulations, Nacho.
Pops,
yeah.
Man, congratulations, bro. But the reason why I asked you if you felt like that, made you out to be the father that you are today, because a lot of present fathers now that I've known, that I've heard, it's like a learned behavior for them to not be in their child's life because they father, that's their thing. My father wasn't in my life. It was like a learned behavior for me to be out in the streets or be out doing this and doing that, you know. And I see that, you know, but at the same time, how do you guys feel about that?
I feel like you know, I mean, some people could take the good or the bad from that. Like, I wanted to be better than what my dad was. Like, so everything that he lacked, what I probably needed from my dad, I provided that for my kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, not saying he was the perfect dad. He was good. He did his thing. But whatever he did, he was lacking at. I'm like, I know where I need him the most at. You know what I mean? So I wanted to be there for my. So if he even though he wasn't there, I took him not being there kind of like made me a better father, kind of. You know what I mean? So, because I figured out, you know what I mean, this is what my kid need from me, because I know I needed this during this time. Because I done made some tough decisions where I probably could have went to my pops and like, damn, what could I did? But I done made the choice on my own. So I made sure I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm gonna call away. I'm here for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up, man.
Basically, that's how I feel. Yeah. Like, you feel me? Like, whenever you need me, I'll be there type shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all deserve y'all flowers for real, man.
Yeah, man. So do you, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Like you said, you never really got the chance to meet your pops.
Hell no.
But behind the sales.
No, for real though. But look, the thing.
There's so many people that can tell you that same story though.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Because I mean,
how did that make you a better father? Him being in the situation.
I mean, when you think about it, like in hindsight, and just thinking about it, bro, just being present would have been topping. You feel me? But this is not to shade or nothing like that, because me and my father have a great relationship, bro.
Right.
And he's a great man. He's doing great things. He didn't get justice, you know, and that's something that he's still fighting for his freedom for. He been locked up for about 27 years now, you know. But at the time when he got locked up, I was about 5 years old, somewhere around there, 5, 6 years old. So I wouldn't even understood it. But when I did find out, like, the whole seriousness behind it, because I used to write my pops often, bro, as a kid, just writing, draw shit, all of that. And the thing that fucked me up more than anything, bro, like, all my siblings had a relationship with their father, or have a relationship with their father. Yeah, you feel me? So it's pictures. It's not one picture of my pops with me and my pops. You feel me? It's no memory, like. If you ever, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was always the thing. But my step pops, you know, he played a big role in my life. He taught me a lot of things. He taught me the value in a lot of things too. Yeah. You feel me? But at the same time, I learned a lot from his mistakes too. You feel me? Right, if we just talking about just like a predominant, like the way I'm hands-on with my son and everything, I feel like my step-pops, he was caught up in a lot of things too. You know, he have other children. And I'm going to have him on here too, you know, so he can tell his story. Because he got an interesting one, man. I love that dude. But he was caught up in a lot of things young. You know, he had his first child when he was young. Young. I'm talking about young. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of things going on. So it was only so much that he could put here, there. Yeah. You know, and I understand that as being a man now. You know, we get worn down, we get overwhelmed too, just as humans. But this nigga cold. Nah, but for real though,
somebody sent me something.
But look, for real though, my pops though, when I found out the seriousness and everything, and he was on death row, I was in middle school. Wow. You feel me? I can't say I really was like sad or nothing, because you can't really miss nothing you never had in the present physical body. You feel me? So it was just like, you know, as a kid, I ain't understand like that mental and all that, what part that play and everything like that. I just knew he wasn't here. Yeah. And then I ain't talked to him. I ain't talked to him on the phone till I probably about like 28. Cause he ain't here. We was just writing. It was just writing. I went to go visit him a couple times in between then, before he actually was able to make phone calls. Wow. Cause in death row in North Carolina, you can make no phone. You can make one phone call a year at the time. That's you know, crazy. And that was on Christmas Day. Wow. And it was only for like a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? So he calling his mom. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But my thought at the time, I was kind of like selfish. I used to think like, nigga, tap in with your son. You get one call a year, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, Mom's is the one that's going to visit every week, you know, doing this every week. So when I'm able to and I can check in or whatever like that, I understand it. You know, as a man, there's no resentment. Like I said, man, he's a great dude. Got a lot of great things. Positive dude. A
Great
writer.
things.
Real talk. And I'm going to have him call in on the show, too.
Yeah, we had him on when we used to be the culture. He had a great, he spilt on us, feel me?
He spilt on it. He gonna do it. He gonna do it again for sure, though. Had that conversation. But that's my whole, I just always wanted to just be present, bro. If nothing else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Present, provide, do what I have to do.
Yeah. That's what I say, a whole weight. Like, I remember one time when we first met Solomon, what he said when he was like his weekends, his child still remembered everything he told him on them weekends and stuff. So that, you know what I mean? That's how, like, and I feel the same way too, that I remember my times, my pops to the T. You know what I mean? Like, I can remember those times. Like, I know people that do that, even with people with pops in their life. Yeah. They remember them times, you feel me?
Sure.
Like, I can't say I didn't grow up with I grew up with a father figure in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I did too, though.
You know what I mean?
My stepfather taught me how to drive with him and my mom's, but he taught me how to, but he take pride in that shit. Yeah. Nigga, who taught you how to drive? And do you know what I'm saying? So you gotta give him his flowers for that. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? But
you gotta give his flowers. If it would be no nacho in there, right?
Come on, yeah. Come on, man. Yeah, for sure. So.
And so, do y'all think, is there anything y'all could have probably did differently at the stage you are at right now?
I want to ask Solomon that question.
Let's go.
For everybody, though.
No, let's ask some more seasoned.
We'll start off with, is there anything that you feel like you could have done differently for, you know what I mean, for your kids or just as a father?
And before you answer that, how old is your children?
Mine? My youngest daughter is 17. My oldest daughter is 34.
Oh man, you lucky motherfucker.
Yeah. Exactly. And it was two whole different experiences though. You know, the first one it was just the back and forth, and I had moved to Michigan for a while and we were flying back and forth and doing all of that, and you just prioritize everything. And so to answer the question, I can't say that there's anything I would have done differently, because when you at different points in your life, everything comes in packages, right? It's like you are, I'm working and I'm trying to get there and I'm driving to see her, and they call you irresponsible because you're 5 minutes late. And, that seems to and so then you're driving back and forth. And, I just made it a point that when I had my daughter for the weekend, it was all about her. And that didn't necessarily mean that it was always me spending time. Sometimes I would take her to my sister's house so she could get to know her cousins and spend the night there, and so you sacrifice that time to give them a full life so they know their whole family. But it was always planning things out, And the second time around, it's like I'm married, we planned to have a baby, we got pregnant, we had the excitement, we did that thing, it was all love. And then it's a day-to-day experience. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, and this might be a little bit off topic, but it was two different kinds of love. I mean, because when you send your child 4 days out of the month, you can't be emotionally in love, because you will fall apart when they leave.
I can't even imagine that shit.
And it's more of an intellectual love. It's more of a saying, I know what, I'm here for her. I know what's best for her. I'm going to do the things I need to do to be there for her and all that. And it was a transition for me when I had a child who was there for me every day. And it was almost like, wow, I can actually sort of now start to be emotional about this, knowing you wake up tomorrow, they're going to be there. They're going to be there the next day. They're going to be there the next day. And it's different. And it's funny, I had that discussion with my older daughter, and at first she sort of felt hurt by it. And I was like, no, it's not that at all. It's just, this is how we have to function as fathers.
Just had to function knowing that if I couldn't have you every day, that I wasn't gonna be shit.
Right.
Because
exactly.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be you'd be a wreck. So it was a different kind of love and different kind of experience, but I'm happy. I think as a father, the best thing you can want is that your kids, if you die today, your kids can take care of themselves. And, I have that with my older daughter, and my younger one seems to be on the way. She's, just gung-ho for college and making friends and, all of that. And so I couldn't be happier on Father's Day. So I don't know if there's anything I would have done differently, because, you had different points of experience in your life, and you do the best you can. It's the intent that matters.
Different times, everything. Seriously, yeah. You have kids in different times of your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I was definitely in this different position my second time around with my youngest son.
So do your children, how does that?
So I got my oldest son, he's 14. I was with his mom, and then I think after he turned like 1 or 2, we had, we went our separate ways. And we kind of had like, we never went to like the court or nothing like that. We just had like a understanding, like we was cool. I mean, it started off kind of rocky, but we was cool. Like and we to this day we still friends, and we still could talk.
Shout out to Deisha.
Shout out to her, because she do a great job as a mom, and she's understanding. She knows my role. I know her role in his life, and we kind of we've made it work far. So, but and that's how it's been. And he kind of like, and he's like, man, when he was younger, he was like, well, why you not with my mom? But I'm like, people grow apart. People, she went this way, I went this way, but we still got the same love for you. And we still here for you. And we still connected. Everything, every graduation, every football game, we all here supporting you. Because you are a connection. And then my second time around with my son, I'm married to his mom.
Shout out to Jazz.
Shout out to Jazz. So she, that time I was like a little bit more established, and I had a little bit more. I had like some things going on for myself. Seasoned, I was a little more seasoned. I'm like, this is my second time around. It was like it was pretty dope. It was And he
got a big brother. And he got
a big brother. And both of them got the best of me. Like my son, my youngest one, he got my oldest one, he got the best of me when I was 19 growing up, and I was all in.
And you trying to it's so new.
I was new, and I was it was all him. So now my younger son it's the same thing, but just in a different way, bro. I don't know how to.
You seasoned now, and you know how.
And I know what's coming, and we got a connection that he kind of understand, bro. And because he's brilliant, he's a brilliant dude. So we got a dope connection. So, and and me and we every day. With my other son, it was like every other weekend or something like that, or we go like a week on and a week off. So that's how my situation.
And you about to coach your second son.
Yeah. So I'm starting.
How that's gonna be, man? Like what? Like is it gonna be challenging?
I'm starting all. It's crazy because I'm starting all over from the beginning, because I started coaching my youngest son at my older son at like 6, and my youngest just turned 7. So now I'm like, I know what to expect. I know how to. I kind of like know now, and so he kind of advanced too. So. I'm just ready. I'm just excited for the experience.
That's
like
dope, man.
To start all over again, bro.
That's crazy, so right? Dope. You got one going to high school, one about to jump into the elementary.
Man.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited about it. And shout out to Jason Jacob, man. They're my boys.
Shout out Jason Jacob.
I might have no more.
We're about to have Jake on real soon.
We'll have Jake and Little D.A.D on real soon. The one thing I don't, Joe killed his name.
Right.
I hate Joe for that.
I hate Joe. I get on him every time.
Every time we get on him. He like, why didn't name me Joe? I'm like, I had a lot of, people in my ear. I'm like,
because Joe, what, the 5th, right?
I'm the 5th.
You supposed to be the 6th.
Keep that going, baby.
Yeah.
You stopped it. So you gonna be the reason at the family reunions.
Yeah. Ain't nobody. Yeah. They don't like that.
Now you gonna have another son, and you just name him.
I don't know.
Hopefully, one of them have a son and want to keep it going. It seemed like Jacob with the bullshit. I think Jacob
he's still gonna be
because Jacob is the firstborn.
But if Jake have a son, does that continue though?
Hey, you wanna know what's funny? Look at. I didn't know Joe had a son. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, like. Boom. And Khadijah's like, you gotta meet Jacob, Dez. I'm like, nigga, who the fuck is Jacob?
You thought it was her new man?
Like, nigga, I'm not gonna meet no nigga named Jacob.
That nigga.
Joe, my boy.
I'm rolling with Joe. That's his son the whole time.
She's like, no, that's my son. That's her son. I'm like,
right.
Like, what?
That's crazy.
My first time being introduced to knowing Joe had a son was me thinking that she tried to introduce you to her new dude. I'm like, who is Jacob? Nigga, not trying to meet him.
Right. That's
funny, man.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's funny. I remember y'all had little Jake. Y'all standing over there when I put up.
Paramount.
Over there in Paramount. Yep.
Actually, right around the corner from.
Right around the corner.
Yep.
Yep. I live in Zimbabwe, boy.
Yeah,
Right,
from
right.
where you used to stay.
at.
When you used to stay.
So I got a question for y'all though, bro. What do y'all enjoy most about being a father?
Knowing somebody love me without no conditions.
No judging, no judgment. I don't pass no judgment. Anything that they accept, but at the same time, the honesty though, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like my kids, real honest with me. Like so, because I give them like free will to express their opinion about certain things. They ain't gonna get disrespectful. They ain't gonna get crazy, but at the same time, the honesty. Like, do you like this or whatever? Or they might just tell me, especially my daughter. If it's something they ain't, so I respect that. I love that the honesty out of it, bro. Because you ain't gonna get the honesty out of everybody.
Exactly.
Like probably like 95% at least of the people in your life is probably not gonna be honest with you all the time. You feel me?
That's what I like about the kids too. They're pure. I try to keep them like that too. Like, you feel me? Like, just stay how you go. You know what I mean? Not trying to distract it. Like, don't say that. Don't do that when it's truthfully from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Solomon? What do you enjoy most about being a father?
I think it's two things. For me, it's like what I enjoy and then what I get most fulfilled in. And I can tell you, the thing that I enjoy the most is just being able to talk with your kids, just have conversations. And, they tell you about their things, you tell them about your things. And it's just like, we get in the car and we just drive and just talk about stuff. And But I think the thing that fulfills me the most is that they value your opinion. They want to talk to you. They want to spend time with you. They want to listen to you. And especially now, I mean, kids have so many distractions. They got their friends, they got social media, they got all the gaming.
Video games.
Yeah. And my daughter I'll be like, hey, let's go take a drive. Okay. And you just get in the car and we just drive to LA, we just talk and, and that's probably the most fulfilling thing, that they actually want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause my daughter more outside, like she outside. My son, like he in house.
I'd rather play Fortnite.
He be ducked off, but my daughter, like she, like let's go outside, let's go. Like it look good outside. We got to get up out
here. let's get this action, buddy. You about to play everything now. Yeah, I feel you. You got the yin and the yang.
That's dope.
Yeah, it kind of balanced me though.
Yeah,
give me two different perspectives.
Yeah,
things,
I think me having my sons, my first son and my second son, it changed my trajectory in life. Like I was headed down a crazy path, and then I just switched up because I knew they needed me.
Yeah,
so
you had to be there, huh?
I had to be there, and I'm
kids can do that.
Yeah, so it's a blessing for sure.
Yeah, like you said, you got son, I got daughters, and I realized that how much women need father figure in their life.
Yeah, man.
So, like over the years, I start growing. Like my mind state start growing. Like, cause you gotta realize, like, off your phone, bro, what you doing?
You might have to pack this fool out.
Yeah,
man.
we might got a DP. Yo, yeah. Nah, but for real though. Business. I know business. Business is business. Nah, but for real though, like I lost the track of mind what I was saying. What was I saying? You recall?
Yeah, man. I forgot, bro. But nigga, on the kind of like, nigga, what's next? Juneteenth going on?
Definitely.
Juneteenth. On the same day as Father's Day.
Juneteenth. We go celebrate Juneteenth, but let's not forget. You know what I'm saying? It's also. Well, fuck it. It's for Black fathers then. Fathers is Black fathers' Father's Day. You feel me?
What is Juneteenth though? What is Juneteenth?
Juneteenth is the
y'all talk to us because they don't teach us that. They don't teach you that.
I ain't know about Juneteenth, so I went to the South.
Mm-hmm.
I was 17.
Yeah, I didn't learn about Juneteenth until I went to Utah.
I didn't learn about Juneteenth until I was a grown, like 20 something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy in the South. They had they celebrated Juneteenth. When I used to go to Arkansas visit my family, they used to have like big carnivals and celebrations. But I'm like, what? I'm just thinking it's summer. It's a summertime carnival. But it's June. It was Juneteenth, but Juneteenth is the day that
Carson. It is big in Carson too. Juneteenth is big in Carson.
Carson is like more of a Black community, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I wanted to say what they say. The East Side is the black people, and down like South is where they building them more as well.
Okay.
It's big in Leimert Park area.
Yeah, Leimert Park too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Most of the LA
they always have
areas
something.
Kind of like
especially Leimert. Leimert is very rich in that type of situation.
Definitely.
Black culture, but yeah, I think it's a day. My understanding, it's around the time that the last black slave was freed or something like that during slavery times.
Right. So wasn't it the day? Yeah. So pretty much, but wasn't Texas the state
it was
of
like
Texas abolished?
Yeah, because I think it was people free in other states. It was people free in other states and other regions, black people. But the day that the last group of slaves or whatever was freed, that's when they celebrated. That's when they stamped it Juneteenth. I don't know what day it was.
19th.
June 19th.
June 19th.
Juneteenth, my boy.
1865, I believe it was.
1865, man.
Yeah. So, how do y'all feel about that? Like not even being in the curriculum.
It's crazy that I didn't learn about that till
it is now that they can make $1 out of it.
Yeah, it's now, but
it's business now.
Yeah,
I feel like it's our responsibility to teach our history to our kids or into whatever ethnicity, whatever background y'all from. I feel like it's your responsibility to teach them. Do your own research on how, you know what I mean, your lineage and how y'all got here. Because what we learned in school
is their history.
It's their history.
They always gonna talk about how they won and how they did everything and how grateful they were. Yeah,
right.
Sure.
So what we learned in school is their story. But we need to figure out what our story is. So it's on you to do your research and your studying to find out your background and where we actually come from, because everything that we learn ain't what it is. It's not what it is.
For sure, it's not.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure,
do your research, man. Do your research out there, whatever ethnicity, whatever background. Man. You know, do your own research and make sure you spread that knowledge to your kids.
Yeah, most important.
Yeah, man, so they can pass it down to them. Because if you don't know where you from and you just going off this false doctrine, ain't no way you're gonna be able to move forward, right? Really, you know what I mean? Because you need to know, you know your truth.
Yeah, for sure.
And your history is your truth.
Yeah.
So
come on,
it's
you
a
gotta
lot.
Keep it going.
It's a lot that we could dive into, but we could say that for another episode.
Yeah, we say that.
Yeah, man. Plymouth Rock didn't land on us.
We landed on.
No, it did land on us.
You fucked up. You didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
On that note, follow, subscribe to that podcast. You feel me? We about to wrap this up, my boy. Yeah, it's about that time. I gotta eat the bathroom.
You already know.
So shout out to the fathers out there.
Yes, sir.
Y'all niggas scared to keep going.